So let me get recording here. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I'll send you the logo. I'll send you the,
Okay, yeah, that'll be cool.
yeah. And then we
Didn't
can
even think
just
about
play
that.
with it. And, yours is without green screen or with green screen?
Without, that's what's kind of
Yeah.
cutting me
But it's kind of weird with me too, because I've got it with the green screen on.
out. Okay.
Still get some of those, weird movements. So we'll figure it out, man.
Okay.
But
And
this is just too fun. I was like, oh God, there's got to be a way that I can upload our logo.
no, it came out pretty good. Yeah, I was messing with it too. When you sent me that message, I was like, all right, let me mess with it too.
Yeah. So a couple of things. What I wanted to do, Brian, is one, let's work all the bugs out with this one.
Okay.
And so we'll figure out how to record it and all that kind of stuff. But like I was saying before, we'll take this and then I'll put it into that domination and we'll pull everything out of that and we'll just get all kinds of content that we can just start posting and get it out there.
Okay, cool. Let me lower my phone. I
Yeah,
don't want
that's
no
what I did
distractions
too.
here.
Throw mine on airborne and airplane mode, and we can take these as long as they need to. Right now, are you on the free level, or are you up on
I,
Zoom?
I think I'm on the free one. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that I may bump out because that'll let us to go out, because right now it'll only let us go 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, no big deal. We can just play it out and then bump it up. It's only like $15 a month and stuff. And then that way I can record them on this side, plus anything else we have. And then it'll allow us to go up. I think it goes up to 200 or 250 participants.
Okay.
So we could really bounce it out there when we get more and more people on. So cool. So, man, let's just go. And I don't know if I can edit and cut it, all this kind of stuff. If not, shit, it's the first one. Right?
Okay, I'm pretty sure you could, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll figure it out one way or another. Even if I have to upload it into like iMovie or something and trim it out and that kind of stuff, we'll make it work. So
Right.
Man, let's just go and see what we pull out, with the first one being now we're official, right?
That's right, finally.
So hey everybody, I'm RG Williams.
What's up, everybody? I'm Victor Quick, and we're here to talk about money.
Man, and we're so excited. We're trying to play with this Zoom game back and forth and the backgrounds and everything else and just having fun. So Pallets of Money is as we mentioned before, guys, it's just going to be this open format conversation between, Victor and I and guests and everything else of things that have worked for us, things that have been frustrating for us in the world of finances with focus on real estate, but a lot of other things. And one of the topics that Victor and I were talking about, what would really help being the first one. And we kind of come to common ground of the fear of stepping out, stepping out of the normal. So, Victor, I know, and it was just crazy times when we met, but give your background a little bit. What happened? How did you get to where you are?
Well, pretty much, I've always wanted to be an investor, entrepreneur, reading books like Robert Kiyosaki and other financial investment books. And the whole idea of it was cool. And then Shark Tank, looking at that every other once a week, that was very inspirational, where people come on the show with just a vision or idea and it just grows so big,
But what were you doing before? Well, I mean, you're saying you were interested, but man, do you have a regular job? Were you unemployed? I mean, your family, what?
Yeah. I was employed, worked for LAUSD, and good job, paid full benefits, everything really good. At the time before I even got into investing, I was zero in debt, making, have rental income coming in, I have good employment income coming in, and I was pretty comfortable, very comfortable, like super comfortable. And I don't know what happened. I was just unhappy.
What was the unhappy? I mean, because mine a little different. Where I came in, my divorce, I had to, 4 years ago, I had to make something. So I wasn't comfortable. But I mean, I had to make that. So when you're saying you weren't happy, what was it that was internally driving you? What was
That's
off?
what it was. Something inside, just going to work every day. I love my coworkers. I love the job, but I just felt I could be doing more, and that's really what was every day. Like, man, I could be doing something
Like
bigger every day.
like what? Because you're saying comfort. Yeah, you're married then, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have how many kids did you have at that point?
At that point, I had one daughter, and I think
Okay.
when she came into play, that's really when I had to go for it. I was like, man, I got to leave her with something.
Oh. So you started looking at it the legacy. I got to leave her something more than just 9 to 5, just this working or making more opportunities for her,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Actually, I'll tell you a cool story. What really did it, and
Okay.
you got me there. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I was working at my job, and I was driving. I worked in the mail unit, so I had to drive from location to location, dropping off mail. During my route, I couldn't breathe. I started, I started getting dizzy. I felt like I was having a heart attack, literally. My chest was pounding. And I was driving on the freeway. And I was like, oh my God, this is
Right.
it.
Right.
I had to pull over. I pulled over, and man, it was really bad. I thought I was gonna die. I was like blacking out, couldn't breathe, everything. Really scary. Luckily, a bystander saw me on the side of the road struggling there, and called the paramedics. Went to the hospital, all that good stuff. But literally, I thought I was gonna die. Like, man,
What
that was
what
a turning point.
what was it?
It
An
was,
anxiety attack? A
it
stress?
was a
What did they
panic attack. Panic
really?
attack. Never had it. I don't even know where I got anxiety from. I'm always happy-go-lucky.
Well,
Panic
yeah,
attack.
and you're a young man too. I mean, at that time you're how old?
I was 30, 32.
Yeah. So you had a panic attack.
Yeah, man, it felt like a full-blown heart attack. At that point, though, it felt like I was blacking out. That's when I had my daughter, and I was just thinking about her, like, oh man, I wish I would have went for my dream so I could leave her something. I wish I would have done this so I could.
Wow.
After that, that's when I met you. I signed up for the seminars.
Yeah.
Signed up for many seminars, wasted a lot of money,
Right.
just to make it happen. Just to make it happen. That
Because
was really
it all kind of aligned for you right then. It just kind of pulled together, and you got
right
whatever
there,
brochure or whatever. Right. There was an interest that tagged you.
big time. But
Did
you know what? Also, I'm sorry. Getting to that point, I would pray every night. Oh God, what can I do?
Yeah.
Send me a sign, right?
Right.
And even though it was an ugly sign, I take it as a sign because after that, I started going for whatever I wanted. You
Wow.
know,
So guys, but let's back up. Did you have the money to jump into those seminars?
I didn't. I was out of debt. I didn't have really
Right.
any payment, but I didn't have the cash to invest over three figures
Right.
in
So what'd you
seminars.
do?
Well, I started coming up with credit,
Okay.
cash out refi, whatever I could to get the money to make stuff happen.
Okay. Because you then had your game plan, and you knew you had to execute something.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
I think my sign, right, was, I think this is really good that we're able to open up, because I think a lot of people are going to see that, we're not any different. We just had an opportunity presented and we took advantage. My awakening, because I was doing the same thing, man. I got to go back, and I was in, my late 30s, and my older brother always called it 30s nothing, because I always had the 40 something and then the 50 something, right? And you had your midlife crisis and all
Oh
that
yeah.
kind of stuff. And he always said to me, he goes, man, you're going through your 30s nothing. You're looking at something in your life that it's not happening. And so very similar to you, but I wasn't looking for real estate. I was in financial planning. And,
Okay.
so when you're talking comfortable, I was okay. And it was good. My marriage was failing. I had 3 kids at that time, and it was failing, and it was harsh. And I knew I didn't want to be involved in that marriage anymore. Not with the kids, but I wanted to,
Yeah.
the relationship with the partner was wrong.
Yeah.
And man, I struggled. I struggled for a number of years, bouncing between jobs of, man, I was Red Lobster. I was a manager for them. I worked in an auto body shop. You may even remember, because they
Okay.
started out of California, Earl Scheib,
Yeah.
right? Right, I'll paint any car, right? That game you're on. And so I worked there, and man, I just did whatever I could think of going through. But my mindset was, I'm failing.
Yeah.
I'm failing. I'm failing as a father. I'm failing as a man. I'm failing in my income. And so I was just bouncing all over. And my wake up call was a divorce.
Yeah.
So got this massive wake up call where now I'm sitting in a tiny basement apartment. You know, I had that one of those blow up mattresses like you get at the dollar store for your pool,
Okay.
right?
Oh
And that's what I
man.
slept on. And I went to a thrift store and bought a used electric blanket because I'm here in Utah, and in the winter times we get cold.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
had a used electric blanket, slept on the floor. My dad had an old black and white TV. Yes, I'm that old. An old black and white TV. And he goes, son, take it. So I had that on the floor. And I just started going, wait a minute, God, there's got to be more. There's got to be something. So similar to you on an internal drive, it
Yeah.
just, the universe hit me with a 2x4 the side of the head and said, all right, we're going to take everything away from you. Now figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't have any money, man. I was $6.86 an hour. I think it was like 480 something FICO score, so under 500. Nobody's going to talk to me.
Yep.
For me to get involved with trainings like you did, I had to borrow money from my parents. But same like you, I had to you jump in and you refied, or you did a cash out, or you did whatever, right? Because I think that the challenge that a lot of people are facing is, well, I don't have the money,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to get involved. And the
Or
reality is that I was looking at is, what are your dreams?
yeah.
You know, because and maybe that panic attack was, oh shit, I'm not even close, right? And so then it all just kind of clanked, right? Because that's where I said, I remember having this, I call it my self-pity party. And so right after my divorce, it was January 1997, and man, I was just, I partied, and it was a
Okay.
pity party, and I cried and I screamed and I yelled and I cursed and I drank more bottles than anybody ever should, and I was looking for answers in all the wrong places.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was just one of those things. I got an inspiration to start studying success, and that led me to a book on real estate, which then led me to a mentor,
Oh
which
man.
then borrowed the money from mom and dad so I could get the mentor, which then taught me all the real estate, which then I started doing real estate. And again, no money, no credit.
Yeah.
But so let me ask you this. Now you're rocking and rolling. Do you still have some fears?
I do all the time, all the time. We just started 2 Amazon stores. There's still we should go live by the end of this month, and that was a big investment alone just to learn it. And, we paid
Right.
a seminar to learn that stuff, about 40 grand. My partner Oscar paid 80 grand for his portion of the deal. So we already we're 120 in, plus the products we have to purchase probably another 100 grand. So it's big money, and
Oh,
that's an area that I'm not
wait a
even.
minute, wait a minute. I thought Amazon was drop ship.
Well, I did the drop shipping. He did the brand where he actually owns the brand of every product. So we're kind of mixing it up.
Fantastic, fantastic. So a new
Yeah.
opportunity, but every day, what do you do when you get up, man? Are you rolling inside your stomach like, "Nyeh, I got to burn and churn," or are you
And that's an
going, hey,
example. Exactly. And that's an example. Like Amazon, I know nothing about it. So
okay,
imagine putting in that much money in something brand new that you know nothing about. Of course, we're taking courses and learning and all that, and I'm feeling a little more comfortable. But that's a new space I'm totally in. For me,
but
it's
you
more
weren't in the
real.
space of real estate before,
That is true. That is true.
so
Yeah.
you
But
did
I
the
guess
same
having
thing, right? So your personality is you're going in and you're going all at it.
you might as well, yeah. Because if you go half-ass, it's not gonna work. You have to go full. You got to go full blast.
Why do you say that? I mean, if people are listening to us, and why they say that, because I'm with you. My football coach always taught me that if you play at half speed, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And my daddy always had a statement, which I love, follows up what you just said, is some people work fast and others work half-assed. And
Correct.
if you're
Yeah.
going to be half-assed in a game, why do it, right? I mean, that's like being half in your marriage. Your marriage is
Yeah.
never going to work if you're half at it.
Exactly. Yeah. With anything, your health, your wife, your partner, your business, same thing. You got to go full blast. 100%.
So Man, I mean, because well, I was just looking at one of your videos that you posted. I don't know what, a few minutes ago from what on your WhatsApp.
Oh no,
'Cause
yeah, yeah, well,
you
yeah. I
and I
just came
talk
back
a lot.
from.
Yeah, you and I communicate a lot with that
Correct.
app, which so I'm glad somebody finally got me up to speed. Right, again, I'm an old dog, and
That's
all
pretty
of a sudden I
cool.
see this video. You're walking through a new potential investment.
That was today, about an hour and a half ago. Yeah.
Right, right. So it's always moving, and yet a couple of weeks ago, I'm down setting in one of your investments that had already hit the market. You were just waiting for appraisals and all that kind of stuff, right?
Correct.
Offer on it and everything else,
Mm-hmm.
the Whittier
Yeah.
property. And
Yep.
then we were going to head over to, is it the Pomona property? And
Correct.
we did,
Pasadena. Yeah.
yeah, oh, Pasadena. Yeah. And so you and I just started enjoying a little bit more of the tequila
Oh
than
yeah. The celebration
allowing
tequila.
us to go to Pasadena did, right?
Yeah. Correct.
So,
Then I had to rush out to go see another spot right after.
exactly. I remember you looking at your watch and go, man. So if you watch the last video, guys, on our channel here, you can see he's like, yeah, I got to get to another one. I got to get to another one. And we
Yeah.
just started this whole thought pattern of how can we, who have broke through some of these, it's kind of like gravity, I guess, is what I was looking at. That we just had the shuttle, right? Just recently, the astronauts went up, and then they're
Yeah.
back, and they had to break out of the gravity to pull
Atmosphere.
out of the
Yeah.
atmosphere to get out there, and then burn up and shake like crazy coming back in, right?
Yeah.
You and I have been able to break through some of those atmospheric type restrictions.
Correct. Yeah. I feel so. I believe so.
But yet at the same time, man, there are days that I am just so scared I want to puke.
Yes, me too, all the time. But like I said, like the one I went to go see, it probably didn't look too bad on the video, but it's stuff you couldn't really see in the video, like subfloor shot, the roof. So it didn't look too bad on the video, but it's a lot of work, probably a little bit over 100 grand in rehab costs.
Oh, okay. So in the beginning, when I started in real estate, when I heard 100 grand in rehab costs, um, that's the other thing I decided on this stuff for everybody out there. I'm just going to be blunt, maybe not as blunt as some of the other people out there, but I basically soiled my jeans. Man, it was just nasty. I'd say $100,000. Are you kidding me? Because I was coming from 686 an hour. I was
Yeah.
coming from the demand of child support, coming from the bills that I had. I had debt, you didn't. Okay, so that was a different responsibility, but I started looking at it, and this is what I'm thinking that you and I, as we keep going week to week to week on these fun things, and by the way, guys, if you're watching all of this, please join us every week. We're going to make this thing just a Wednesday, kind of Wednesday rock and roller every weekend or every week, and we're going to knock it out of the park, and we're going to talk different subjects, and it's just going to be ramblings like we're doing now,
Yeah.
because
And
I
this is
think
the
there's a lot of lessons learned.
Yeah. And
You
this is the
know,
first one, guys. So we're gonna really dive in right now. We're just overall speaking of our journey, but we're gonna dive in and really give you guys you know numbers, charts to really help you on your journey to hopefully meeting us at the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, and that's what I love right there, because you can tell we're testing this green screen stuff out, and down the road, right down the road, we can put in our whiteboard behind us and
Oh,
that kind of stuff, and really give us some really good.
yeah.
You guys run your numbers this way, and on and on and on. We don't want this just to be like another podcast, warm fuzzy every week, guys. We want to
Yeah.
teach and all of that. So follow. It's Pallets of Money. But here's the challenge. Okay, when you go on to YouTube to find us, Pallets of Money, we're not active enough yet, so we're low on the totem pole. So look for the subtitle of Guys Like Us. A couple of Z's in there, right? Because that's always been between Victor and I, Guys Like Us. So it's
Yeah.
Pallets of Money, Guys Like Us, and just start following us. And the more we get out there, guys, we'll be able, please share it with others. We got like the Flip Mode Squad. They'll be joining us here. We're going to do a live one down in Cali and all that kind of stuff. So we'll just be able to pull together. But Victor, how do you handle that? I mean, that's a lot of money. $100,000 for rehab. You just spent that amount of money on a new business adventure. You spent similar to that to get you here. You're 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 a kid from the streets, if we could say that. I mean,
Yeah.
people are, and not that you were a street kid. It's just you are the working class, just like everybody that's listening. That how do you get past that fear, man? That's a lot of money.
Man. You know what? I don't think you ever do. I think for me, it's just having faith. That's it. I just say, let's go. And, God got me, man. Let's hit it. That's really it. I mean, there's
Bro,
no,
that's huge. That's huge. And so many people are afraid to say that.
yeah,
So many people want to be so politically correct. And the reality is, I'm with you. I was blessed with strength. I was
yeah,
blessed with common sense. And I know how to work. That's
yeah,
what I mean by strength. I know how to work. Oh, okay. So when the opportunities hit that are the God of our understanding places them in front of us,
yeah.
we've just taken advantage of it.
Correct, correct. That's it. I mean, he put it out there for us, and we just got to take it.
I
That's
love
really
that.
it.
I love that. And it's still scary. I mean, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
right? And you sit back, but here's where I always go. After being in here 23 years, 24 years, and I look at this stuff and how far I've come. And, I'm sitting in my basement studio. And, now with all the fun stuff, you can just be in your house. You don't have it. But I
yeah.
created a studio because my daughters wanted to play music. And so I was like, this is really cool.
Okay.
And yet 24 years ago, I'm sleeping on an air mattress, trying to figure out which end is up. So I look at going,
Yeah,
yeah, it's still scary, but then how I can glance back and look at the strength,
yeah, yeah.
and I don't know about you. I have a lot of people talk about vision boards. You have your goals and you put all that kind of stuff up there. And I have a sideboard. I call it my accomplishment board.
Okay.
And I look at the stuff I've accomplished, not just being grateful. That's huge. But my accomplishment board. So when I'm looking at my vision board, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I also look how I was blessed and look what I did.
Big time, big time. That really helps you because sometimes we forget. We're so busy thinking about numbers, thinking about forming a new entity, thinking about the lawyers, CPA, bookkeepers. But a lot of times when I'm driving, I always have a notebook next to me, and I'm always listening to audiobooks. Just recently, Joe Osteen.
You love it.
He reads Bibles, and then also a very and I'm not, I believe in God, but it's not about being religious. It's about, I don't know, you just find yourself. And I read lots of books, Buddhism, spirituality, the universe. It's all, I listen to everything, right? Anything
And
positive.
that's to do what? That's to do what? Why? I mean, because people have their own religion, people have their own
Correct.
spiritual, and that's cool. And whatever it is, guys, get that done. Because
Yeah.
I believe a certain way and so forth. I believe the
Mhm.
universe and the energies and so forth. Okay, good. Why do you listen to that stuff though?
You know what? Let's say you listen to hip hop, right? It's cool and it motivates you, right? But what does it motivate you to do? Go to a club, buy a new car, pop bottles. And I love it. I love to pop bottles and party. But
Okay.
sometimes I need to hear someone talking about what I'm want to do. And when I listen to that, then I get motivated. I'm like, oh man, instead of wanting to pop bottles, I want to start a new corporation. Instead of wanting to buy a Lamborghini, I want to, buy an asset. So it kind of reminds me, motivates you in that space.
So does that take you back into then your goals and that kind of stuff? So as you're saying, because all of that's all part of us. Man,
Yeah.
you and I both, like we said, that last or the first little toast celebration we're going to get together, it was just to toast and have a shot of tequila.
Which,
Well, we enjoy that, so we had multiples, right?
yeah, yeah. We
And we
almost
enjoy,
finished the bottle. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we did. And so I'm going, but see, that's all part of us. So it's a matter of focus. Is it a
Yep.
matter of channeling those you always hear, you face fear, the death of fear is certain.
Yep.
And you go, yeah, okay, great. So I'm afraid of spiders, so I'm going to dump a bunch of spiders over me. No, I don't think that's what it's saying. I think it's more
Yeah.
of the focus, how to channel that up. So yeah, you and I, because the greatest thing we look at is if we buy an asset, the asset can then provide us with the money to go buy the Lambo.
Yeah, yeah,
Versus the
exactly.
Lambo, and we don't have the asset, because the Lambo is going to depreciate. It's going to run its course. The asset's always going to appreciate, and it's always going to generate something for us. So
Yeah,
we've just learned how to take that focus, right, and go, yeah, but if I get an asset, I can have as many of those as I want. Like I got 3
correct.
Harleys in my, in my garage. My wife's
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
only have
nice
one
ones.
ass. How come you need more? And I'm like, oh,
Hey,
babe, it's what I feel in the mood to ride at certain times,
exact.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
But I
no doubt.
didn't go out and buy them
Mhm.
out of budget. I went out and got an asset that provided the income to go buy it. So
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
able to do that. And in flipping the asset, I didn't keep those. Those were just flips, right? So I didn't hold on to those, but the lessons I learned,
yeah,
which
and now
allows
you're
me to
doing.
do another one.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
So
maybe, maybe as we wrap this first one up and we're talking about things of, you're always going to have fears. Is that fair?
all the time, all the time. But I think you look at your fears, or if something doesn't go right, as that's the sign. I know you're like, God, give me a sign, or the universe, give me a sign, whatever it may be, and something bad happens, right? Uh, but even though it's a sign, it's a bad sign. You're like, man, why am I getting this sign? But that's really, let's say, for example, for me, when it comes to raising money or wanting to expand and buy more properties, I was stuck. I was stuck at one, and then from there, that was a sign, because I was, God, I want to do a lot of properties, and that he stopped me right there, just so I could start learning how to create more, raise more money, how to
So,
lines of credit.
got all your creative juices flowing, which
Yeah. So
opens up
sometimes,
new opportunities because you're not stuck here, right? It's the old saying
correct.
that Walt Disney said, never say think outside the box, because then you acknowledge there's a box, just think.
Yeah, yeah,
So before, you were stuck in a box, right? You're going, well, I have this amount of money gets me this property,
yeah.
but there's
But I
another
want to do.
property,
Yeah,
but I only
yeah.
have this amount of money. So you're in a box. So
And
in
that's it.
stopping you, you went, oh, okay, crash all of these limiting thoughts and go, well, how do I get more money
Yeah, yeah.
so
But
that I can go
sometimes
over
like
here?
that was a sign though, right? Because like, oh God, I want to do a lot of deals, and then you're stuck though. So that's a sign. Like when he stops you, or when you're stopped, that's a sign. It's not like, oh man, I'm done. It's a sign like, all right, I'll stop you here before you go further, because you got to figure this part out. So just stop right there real quick.
See, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge, because there's always these, we get to these walls. Oh man. I mean,
Yeah,
let's
that's
look
it.
at what, the recording of this. We're dealing with all of the coronavirus, right?
Oh
And my past history has always been business in the seminar world, along with investing, right? It's been the seminar world. Well, we couldn't do seminars anymore.
yeah,
So we all had to sit back and go, okay, well, that's a roadblock. Now I got to step back and look at, oh, how do we start going online? How do we
yeah,
start sharing with other people? How do we start getting? And I know that you've done that with the flip mode squad. That's just in one area, but you're
yeah,
going, how do I get other people involved with what I'm doing, which is then going to open things up. An associate of ours, Leslie, and her
oh yeah,
husband, right? And they're so excited to be involved with what we're doing. And it'd probably be great. Let's get these people on and have them as guests so we can look at their fears, or they can look at ours. And that'll be fun down the road. But I'm just
yeah,
thinking through this of going, it's working with those who see the opportunity, and it's working deeper with those who take advantage of the opportunity.
yeah, exactly. I mean, those who invest in themselves, I'm all for. I'll give them whatever I have. There's people that and I always help out. Hey, Victor, how do you do this? What do you do that? I always help out, but
Yes, you do.
it takes a lot of time when you're trying to help someone. So when they invest, like Leslie or some other people in the Flip Mode family, invest, and I'm like, all right, I'm full. You guys trust me, and I trust you guys. So I go full blast, whatever they need, you know. So
Okay, that's huge, and I know that we have the same feeling with this little YouTube podcast, whatever we're going to title it, this little get together roundtable concept of how do we help more people? How do
yeah,
we help more people take a step out? How do we help more people lift up their feelings? How do we help people just feel good about themselves?
Yeah,
Then how do we
exactly.
help them with finances? How can we really drill down and give them, and it's not that we have all of the answers, but we have enough.
Yeah, enough to get started for sure.
Yeah, and we can share, and you can show how to manipulate. Nah, that's not a good word. How to leverage. You
Leverage.
can show how to leverage. I can show how to work seller financing, ins and outs and back and forth, in addition to a bunch of stuff. But life gives different opportunities. And what I just love, what I heard with you today, again, here's the lesson, is multiple streams.
Yeah, you got to expand.
Multiple streams. You're running down the path of deal after deal after deal, but at the same time, when you think about it, being employed is exchanging hours for dollars.
Yeah,
Flipping homes is exchanging hours for bigger dollars.
correct. Yeah,
Buying and holding properties creates residual income, right? So that continues on. Multiple streams gives you invested time up front, like residual, for
yeah,
multiple years of income.
yeah,
You have to have
exactly.
them all. You have
Everything.
to
Yeah,
balance yourself out, because if you're only doing buy and holds, yeah, you're going to get very wealthy over a long period of time.
yeah,
If you're doing flips and buy and holds, now you're getting lump sum and residual.
yeah, correct.
And now I've got a drop ship or an online e-commerce. And so now I got this. Okay, now it makes more sense that when one goes down, the other comes up. One's here. If we run out of inventory over here, I can start looking for long-term holds.
Yeah, yeah,
We get into a position where, man, long-term holds aren't happening because it's fast market, then I'm going to flip.
yep.
And in between all of that, I'm going to create this side stuff.
Yeah, you
So,
never. Yeah,
man, I'm excited. But you and I, we came from different backgrounds and came together in a very interesting time down there in Newport Beach or wherever it was,
Newport
right?
Beach.
That we were
Yeah,
playing.
it was fun.
And our paths just keep crossing. I mean, you've gone on and done some amazing things out there with, Tarek and flipping 101 and getting your, beautiful mug on TV and all that kind of stuff. And, all that's phenomenal. And, we're just cranking and I'm just so grateful that you and I are still together, man, that we're still,
Oh
our
man.
paths are together.
Yeah, we've always kept in contact since, even through text, through call, whatever. You also had me come out through some of your seminars that you had all over the world.
Right.
That was fun, and flew me out a couple places, Florida, Ohio.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I got
yeah,
you right in the middle of it. Got you right in the middle of it because you have, this is a statement. I was just talking with my oldest daughter earlier today about it, going, more brains create faster movement.
yeah,
Because, you and Oscar, your brains together, that's more than you. You and I,
yeah,
now it's creating this. Now Leslie in the flip mode. And now we're in here. And, we got Thomas and we got, all these people that are just starting to link around with us creates this massive movement. More brains creates massive movement.
yeah, exactly. Like I always say in text, it starts as a snowflake, but it ends up being a freaking avalanche. We're gonna
That's
take
it.
over.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, I love that. Every time I see that, it's like, yep, snowflake to avalanche, snowflake to avalanche. That's where we're going. So, man, it was great. I love this one. What I'll do now is we'll just play around. I'll get it out there posted. But now,
Okay.
every guys, listen. Follow us out there. Victor's got his own, and that is what, bud? Where can they reach you directly?
You guys could Instagram, Epic Boy Wonder, all one word, or just follow us on hit up our website, www.oneuphomes, spelled out ONE, oneuphomes.com. And if you guys want to partner up with us, you guys could go there, click on the investor tab. If you guys have a house to sell us, put in the information there, and we'll buy it.
Absolutely, guys. We're going to have this one, Pallets of Money. Guys like us is going to be a podcast and a weekly YouTube. So follow us there, branch out. My stuff's at Success with RG. Just look for that. All the Instagrams, all the social medias. Website is successwithrg.com. Just a lot of fun stuff we're going to do. Please share this like wildfire. Let's take it from snowflake to avalanche. Let's just make it happen, man. So talk to you soon, brother.
All right. Take it easy. Thank you.
Take care, man. Perfect. Now, man, I'll go through and I'll clip this down and we'll go from there. So I think this is going to be really good, man.
Yeah, today it was pretty good.
Yeah. Now we'll just get in and then we'll take a topic.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah, and
hit
then we'll
that
dive
topic
in.
only.
We'll do the whiteboard. We'll do, and really show them some stuff too. That way they're like, okay.
Yeah, because I have, like I said, I don't even have to put. I've got maybe I can even show you the thing. I don't know if it'll change up. No, because it's my background. Okay, but I got a marking whiteboard here on wheels,
Okay.
and I just slide it in front of my green screen.
Okay.
And then go to work and just teach on it and stuff. And what's fun is with the green screen, I can always throw the logo on behind.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I could black it out, put our logo up in a corner up in there, that kind of stuff. So we're
Okay.
always teaching that, and everybody will just stay with us, man.
Okay, man, that was fun, and I think this was a good one. But as we give them a little more numbers, I think they'll really like that because us, we're always looking at podcasts and other educational forums, and sometimes it gets a little boring just talking. Right? I'm like, get show me something.
Right. Yeah. And that's all I wanted to do here is get that.
Yeah.
Okay. We get the fear out of the way. Great. Now, because as we start throwing numbers, as well as I do, we throw numbers out there. If there's still a fear,
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
they're going to take it down, but they won't do anything. So that's why I wanted
right.
to focus this one. I was like, okay, we just had to face it. We just had to
No,
face the fear. All right,
not only
guys,
that,
now
but
here's how you do. Here's how you analyze a subject two. Here's how you analyze a lease option. Here's what you're looking for in hard money. Here's what you're looking for in private money. On and on and on. And that way we'll just start giving them when you're analyzing properties. Guys, seriously, want to jump out? We can give you a spreadsheet. We got it.
yeah,
All you're going to have to do is hit Oscar. Oscar can get it to you, whatever. And we can just put a bunch of stuff together. Jump out, guys. We've got a new master class coming up that is just on seller financing.
Yeah, if you want
go
to
out and
more,
click in it, see if it's worth it to what you want to do, and we can start selling off of that as well.
There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. At least on these, we'll give them the idea. That way, hey, you like that quick example? Jump on in.
Exactly. We give them 15. That fly fishing. We tease them, we hook them, and then bam, we send them over to where we need all the training. And then we have properties, and then we have investing, and then we have all of that, all above. So it all play.
Yeah, that was cool. And what I like about this one, we talked about the fear, which is very real, but we also, I think they got to know us a little bit, which was also cool.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, talking, no, it's all real, man. You had the panic attack, dude. Are you okay? I mean, that's real. That's just real. And for you to be open enough to share it, I think that's what they're going to be looking for, is it's raw.
Yeah. So pretty cool, pretty fun.
All right, brother.
All right.
We'll go from there, man.
And let me know if anything else pops up. I think Thomas wanted to meet tomorrow. He wants to run some numbers or something like that.
Yeah, he picked up a property, a condo or something that in Rancho Palos Verdes.
Dang,
and I think if it's in close enough for, and I'll edit all this out, but if it's in close enough for the show.
Okay, that might be it.
It's an ugly, stinky smell. Oh my God, is it nasty?
Oh man, okay. Condos. Yeah. You know what? I've never flipped a condo. Just regular houses. So
yeah, exactly. So it might be a little twist that that they may be interested in it on that.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just have our own and throw bits and pieces, have him do live stuff, and we'll have him on this each week. We could talk about it. Hey, have him at one of the places and Zoom on with us. Maybe we can do that as you get this other one going and that kind of stuff down the road. I'm going to be out probably mid-October, flying out to Indianapolis.
Okay.
We can Zoom from out there. And hey, we're in the field looking at stuff. Guys, when you're in the field, this is what you got to be doing.
Yep.
That kind of stuff, I think that we'll get a good expansion and we'll get some good followers.
I think so. So let's do it, man.
All right, brother.
All right. Thank you. Say hi to the fam.
You too, brother. Talk